What's up, gamers? Hello, everybody. Yes, I know, I'm late. I've been live for 15 minutes. Hello. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I woke up. Well, I didn't wake up. I guess I technically didn't fall asleep, but I was eepy as hell. And I was late to doing all my getting ready stuff, but I have this weird thing where I don't like going live too far past my going live time, so I was like, let me just go live and then take care of everything while everybody's waiting. We used to stone people for less. Oh, okay. We can stone me later. That's fine, don't worry about it. But let me say hello to everybody. Welcome in Cobalt, thank you for redeeming first. Welcome in Zerk. Welcome in Jackson. Welcome in, oh, thank you for the care package. Welcome in Marky. Welcome in Bench. Welcome in Obnoxious. And thank you for the follow, Mr. Scoot. Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well today. Tried to sleep for 3 hours and get better sleep later, but I ended up sleeping for 7 hours. Your body was like, no napping. You just have to sleep. Just get a full 7 hours. You are chilling. Good to hear. Yeah, I need to open the game. That's how behind I am. I don't even have the game open. That meant that I woke up at 6 p.m. again. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope the rest was restful at least. Oh my god. Waiting for GF so I can cook food and then ignore her the rest of the night. Crazy. Let me switch over the heckin' game capture. There we go. Ace Attorney today. We're doing the final chapter, continuing from where we left off last time. We didn't get too far in last time, so I think we still have a good bit of the last chapter. This probably won't be the last stream of chapter 5, but we'll see. I don't actually know. There's so many streams, so many broken streaks. No, Pat Jackson. Plus my mom needed help with a bunch of stuff while I was in Sleepland. Dang. Pat, that's okay. Sometimes it's good to give yourself some rest. Sometimes you need it. I think that was your body telling you that you needed the rest. But we got Ace Attorney today. I forgot to do my going live post on Twitter. Hold on. Where? Live. Red circle emoji. What should my caption be? Ace Attorney. But again. But Ace Attorney, but again. And then what gifts we got? How about, yeah, Phoenix Wright sweating gif. There we go. Oh, I need to open up chat on my phone. I forgot to do that. Hold on. Professional streamer here. There we go. Been waking up after. I've been waking up after Honeywood all week. Is how you know things are bad. Oh no. Oh, you gotta get that sleep schedule. Gotta get that sleep schedule checked out. But I believe in you. You got this. Also, I don't know if you heard, but I did the hydrate. Let's see. So, Ace Attorney. Me when I'm acing my attorney. Let's see. We got our last time playing was on the 5th. Oh my gosh. It was like forever ago, but also like just yesterday. It was crazy. But we got Ace Attorney. I don't have the proper cry emotes. Ow. I feel ya. Okay. I think when we left off, I was at a point where I was like, I don't even know what to do next. So I guess we gotta figure out what we're doing next now. Detention center, nothing. Underground parking lot, nothing. Prosecutor's office, nothing. Ace attorney is funny because, like, if he was my attorney, I would just say I did it to ruin his reputation. That's crazy. Police department, nothing. I'm tired, real as hell. Hey, Gumshoe, what do you guys say about this? Nothing. What about this? What about this? What about this? No, that was we saw that last time. Do I need to pull up a guide? Because I remember last time we ended being like, I don't know what it wants us to do. Because I swear we showed everything to him. Wait, huh? That's not what I meant to do. Present. My sister's cell phone.
Last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night.
Why did Lana make that call? We don't know about that. No? Okay. What about with this? No. What about you? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we read this last time. What about you? Did we read this one?
Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Oh, no, we did read this one, didn't we? This guy is a guy, so real. So real, so true. No, we read that one. What about knife? No. What about ID?
What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
There's a tiny little crime scene and a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. What about my badge?
I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star. A lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come into the dark of night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. That's a sheriff's badge. Okay, well, I guess we did not him. What about, not here. What about, not that. What about, not that. What about, here. No? What about, no, we already did you. I'm confused. What am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't get it. Hey. No, she doesn't tell me anything. Okay, guide time. I don't know what to do. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, episode 5. Let's see. Investigation. We did that. Yeah. So we presented the letter of introduction. Wait, hold up. We did all the talky talks to him, right? Yeah. Dr. Marshall, honest guy, opposite atmosphere, added F. Huh? What? I'm confused. I'm confused. Well, what if I try that again? I'm quit. It said we had already clicked that one, though. I'm confused. Huh? What? What? You and my sister, you were... Something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
Huh. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? And then that was supposed to unlock office atmosphere, then what does this do?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you found one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
You know what that means? Fish!
You know what that means? Fish? Thank you for the fish, Mr. Scoot.
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some load them with deals. What you're saying, Edgeworth?
What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Didn't they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Okay, so then what after that? Huh? Cell phone updated in court record? What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? What? Check? I'm confused. What does it want me to do? Boop. I don't... Like... What... Boop. Do I need to push this again? What's wrong? You look like I did. You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Huh? I'm confused. What? 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 What does the game want me to do? The guide just says that it cuts to the next day. What? Huh? What? Examine the... What? Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why does it just... What? Huh? I'm so confused. The guide says that it just goes to the next day, but it's not. So... Huh? I'm so confused. What the hell? What about YouTube video? What about YouTube video? Hold on. What about YouTube video?
Help me, YouTube video.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. Is it what? The guide got dialogue for the thing? What? 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 Huh? What? 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 I've examined everything. I've talked to every... Huh? Huh? What do you mean that's a separate thing from these two? What? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. What the hell? That was not clear at all. That was able to be clicked. What the frick? You're right, let's see. 6, 7. Chris confused acts real. 67S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. I'm leaving now, come back! I wasn't the one that did it, the game did it. Well, so? What does this mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For detective reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? The only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? A popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. Ooh. The detective is murdered. The suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Ooh. Ooh. To be continued. Oh wow, okay. The last time we left off right before the stopping point. Wonderful. Okay, well. Here we go. Here we go. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby. Number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Not Cobalt getting auto-modded for the second time for the same word in a completely different platform. Oh my goodness. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. The whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspects of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. If I had a nickel for every time I got auto-modded for that, you'd have 3 nickels now. Oh my goodness. Bow, 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 banana, oh. Banana. Thought you letting it go through the first time and I wouldn't get automated again. Yeah, I don't know. Hitting allow doesn't seem to actually, like, allow the word. It just allows the message, I guess. You remind me a lot of Mia. There's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Okay, I'll do my best. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. Oh boy, I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Fitting for the last chapter. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court courtroom number 9.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky was committed to, has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. He picks based on what's right. Ba-dum-psh. A cough-up queen.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
No, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
Judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts.
She's got jelly-filled donuts on her head. These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. With A block and B block, for some reason I thought that said A chain, like A chain and B chain. No.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block. In the car's trunk, the killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who is this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans out of the court record.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor.
Why you call me a loser?
Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star.
Are they talking about me? Witness account. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something... Perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, and she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bring a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I am still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Well, here we go. Knew a day would come... What do you mean by that? What do you mean a day would come like this? How'd you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Druth is like, damn. I can't exactly deny that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Well, that's already incorrect. That was very biased.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? Do you have several?
Yes. this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Oh, she's got a polycule. Okay. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applications.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to note to self, the judge had to think before applying. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That'll be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? Not what I was trying to press. It felt like... how would you say... oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition... wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy, with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes?
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw? You sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. That's a lot of feet. I am certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness. In your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be regulating to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
She grabbed a picture. A photograph. You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness. Why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Crime photo edited the court record. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye.
So, what was the defendant... Oh, excuse me. What was the defendant doing at the time?
Welcome in, Giga. Thank you for your daily or. Hold on. We've got just the full frickin'. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, other than possibly context that we're missing, I can't really see what else would, you know. This is pretty damning evidence.
So, what was the defendant doing at the time?
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. I am noticing that these, like, hold it's are a lot longer than previous chapters, which is cool. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Not in the photo, she's not. Oh wait, no, I meant to go back, hold on. Right hand. Hold it! Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. Welcome in, Venara. Hope you're doing well. You read daily ore.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. Maybe the head pad, Venara. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Did the head pad go off? I wasn't paying attention.
You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? It did? Okay, thank you. Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. I said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we?
For some reason, having her panic next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that! Huh. Keep pressing her. Just give me the same dialogue? It's just the same dialogue. So, like... Huh? Huh. Hold on, what's this again, button? What is it? Text skip. Oh, backspace to skip text, okay. So... so we have... the ID. We have the trophy. We have the knife. The parking stub. We've got the blue badger. Goodman's autopsy. Goodman's note. I'm still not sure what Goodman's note means. 12/2. That seems like a date. 2/21 is presumably the date of the murder, I think. So what does 12/2 mean? Oh, unless... Wait, 12/2 backwards is 2/21. Right? And then... But then what does the 6/7 mean? Why does it have 6/7? Why is it 6-7S? For why? I'm so confused. What does the note mean? Victim's memento found in the car trunk. Why? First off, why did he write that? Second, why did he write the date backwards? Because the date of the murder was 2/21, and 12/2 backwards is 2/21. So is the top bit backwards as well? What does S7-6 mean? An address? Well then what would an address do for us? I'm so confused. Let me check the plans. So I don't know. So let me hold on. What about holding a knife in her right hand? Let me real quick save. What if I present the photo? Because one thing I noted is that she says she's holding a knife in her right hand, but in the photo, there is a lack of a knife. Objection! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this look at this photograph. Hannah makes me. That might be onto something. Yeah. Okay. Because that was like, I was like, that feels like the only real thing that I have. But normally I feel like there's other points that I can see at the very least, but there's nothing else that's like standing out as like noteworthy other than this. So I mean, you know, I guess it's good that I finally figured out that, hey, maybe I should do that one. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? And why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Ooh. She paused. Edgeworth paused.
Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Okay, yeah, that is a fair point. See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph.
Ah, yes, it is hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, you're gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Ah, got a better idea? Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. No matter what, always object? Hell yeah. Always object. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves, made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
These gloves do seem to tell the tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves. The rubber gloves. The rubber gloves prove it. Prove it. I cannot speak, oh my god. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like, driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. Why didn't I get it, huh? They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ah. How would it not be premeditated if she had a 4-inch knife in her pocket, right? Yeah, not only a 4-inch knife, Edgeworth's 4-inch knife. Like, come on. Come on.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. He's got them thinking this was all planned. She can't prove this claim. The trial's already over. Gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. There's only a flash wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Said that before. Anything else? Yeah, we already, yeah. Why does she keep saying it's just a flesh wound? Like, is she talking about Miss Starr crushing us being the flesh wound, or is she talking about the stab being the flesh wound? I'm confused. So... premeditated. Premeditated. We got an ad in a few seconds, by the way, chat. Oh, hello. Hello. Boop. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. And look at those photographs. Look at this photograph. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. The reason we have a written language in the first place. Well, we have ads, so it's BRB time. See you after the ad break. Whee! Where's the music? Why is it not playing the music? Hold on. Why is it not capturing the stinking game audio? Where music? Hold on. Wait, you can hear it on this screen. Why not? Why not the BRB screen? Huh? I'm confused. Meow, 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 meow. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. I was wondering, do I get anything if I reach a certain amount of gold? Technically, no. Not like literally. We just kind of... we got a leaderboard of cool stuff. Well, not of cool stuff, but we have a leaderboard, and you can climb up the leaderboard if you wanna. We had one guy, Phoenix Wright 0, who... is there a command? You can... yeah, there, I think exclamation mark leaderboard should show the leaderboard at any time. Phoenix Wright 0 in number 3 got really lucky and got like, I think, what, 5 legendaries in a row. And I made him a promise on like Legendary 2 that if he got 5 in a row, I would give him VIP. And he went ahead and got 5 in a row. So I guess that is one way to get VIP. To get 5 in a row. Go about number 9.
I have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Best I've gotten was a crown or something. He's okay, you got this. I might see if I can, like... you know what? I might make it so that maybe the number 1 gets, like, a special role in the Discord, maybe? Possibly? We'll see, though. Okay, we got 13-3 out of 135. We've got, like, what, 2 missing, I think? Okay, we got that. And what are my custom ones? Gotta grind. Yeah, I think what I might do is that I think number 1 might get like a custom Discord role if they're in the Discord. Either that, I have two ideas. Either A, it can be that whoever is in the first place gets the role, and then if somebody overtakes, then they get that role until they get overtaken again. Or it can be like whoever is number one by the end of the year gets like number one fish 2026, something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think like the only caveat with that, or like the only reason I'm not like doing that more, is because the person in first right now is someone who they used to be my mod. Unfortunately, they had a lot of like IRL stuff happening, so unfortunately they're not around much anymore. But they've still got first place, so they've just been holding that title for a long time now. And nobody's at least Aries close-ish to overtaking, but other than that, no one's that close. We like to get a role where they currently are number one when they get overtaken. Yeah, I was thinking maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Depends. All right. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba Dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba Dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Better BRB, take your time. Exactly my point. Teehee. Hopefully be here later. Of course. Hope you have a good lurky. Doesn't take much to amuse her. So let's see. So like, oh, would they have like full 3D models for all of these? Woo. What is this? Hey, check it out! It's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. No, you don't. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything else to this, right? Can't imagine so. Okay. Well. So... are we trying to prove that it wasn't premeditated, or like... no prints. Makes sense with the glove. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered law at 5:12 p.m. Right. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait a minute. Hold on. What? Name of deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36 male. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. That's quite a range. If the stabbing happened at 5:18, why is the range so big? Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. 4.5-inch? Oh, the knife was 4 inches. A single stab wound was found. Okay. Huh. Call Midra's sister Emma at 5:18. Right. Parking lot with Edward's car. Planned. So, one more way to deliver the thing. Done something. Perhaps it was finally The wired fence saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. Uh-huh. We know this, yes. It was over here in this area. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I'm confused. I don't get it. I need the guide. Hold on. I'm gonna open the guide. I don't get it. BF made cheese stuffed pasta shells. Oh, that sounds yummy. That sounds yummy. I'm hungry now. You're making me hungry. How dare you? Trial. Present the autopsy report to statement nothing could drive that. Wait, huh? Hold up. One photo. What? Press crime photo to the statement the prosecutor was holding. The objection. Edward's knife to the statement the what? How does that counter the murder being planned? Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Murder weapon, usually in Edward's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood. No prints. How does that counter anything? I don't... That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. How does the knife prove it? Blood. Blood. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Come get a bowl, he made plenty because I'm fat. On my way over right now, don't worry, don't worry. Hopping in Edgeworth's car. I'm in me mom's car. Broom, broom. Get out me car. Oh. So what? Maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? My fruit peeling theory is more likely. Hey, Edgeworth peeling fruits? Well, is he coming for Phoenix next? Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. So like, how does this counter that? I'm confused. Objection. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed. It is my knife.
What's with this case? Oh, I didn't get to read that. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Well, the prosecutor's bad people.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing the special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However,
why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh! This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder,
you don't forget the weapon.
Ugh. Ah!
Order, order, order.
Great. Now the tide's turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Not quite. Right.
I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Ah! The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? It's almost like you were kicked off the team for a reason. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Hey, so that's not what you saw. That you're already not doing what we told you to do. You're already saying an opinion and not what you saw. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. Hold on, wait, no, go back. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie!
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie? Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Almost half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't.
Miss Edgeworth? Thoughts?
There is no record of a call made on the defendant Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why did you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. It's because you didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else can drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. A human machine. That's a contradiction. Objection! Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note yourself. Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say, chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? Oh, wait a minute, bros. How come she's getting mad at me?
Well, let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that.
Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder. Wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Okay, well, haha, one knife wound. Hee hee. A single stab wound was found. Hee. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my Moss surprise. If only Moss was here. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Ah?
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really. How about my objection? No one noticed?
Our witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now, I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Ooh. She can't keep her story straight. Oh. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. A red muffler? What? What is a red muffler? A red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. You sure about that? She's not wearing a scarf in the photo, dog. What are you talking about? So she can be easily hanged. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. What? She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib.
Judge with a bib? That's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes. Who mistakes that? What? Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. Welcome back, Giga.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound.
Apparently Miss Star isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looks.
You know what that means?
I already read
Fish.
that. You know what that means? Fish. So, problem with that, she's not wearing that here.
Objection!
Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless.
Damn, Edgeworth.
Yeah, personal here. Aren't you supposed to be trying to prove that this murder did happen? Oh, you know what? He's trying to reverse his image, trying to make people see that he's not actually the one manipulating things here. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver? What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf.
No, not that.
But something red, really.
I mean, are we ignoring the stuff that's literally on her jacket that we were saying was blood? And now we're just ignoring for some reason? Well now, where are we? Where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Oh. Hold on. I feel like Edgeworth is trying to get on her bad side, so she flips and lets something slip. Because Edgeworth might actually be on our side.
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Edgeworth is rage baiting her. Top 10 anime betrayals. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. Also, how can you read my thoughts? This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a portion of her a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Not true. A, there was a fence. B, you wouldn't have been able to see the partition because you were behind the fence. Checkmate, idiot. Oh, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
You're trying to cover your tracks, but I've already caught your second mistake. Or third, or fourth, I don't really remember now.
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
I have massive respect for people that play Ace Attorney. I'm too freaking stupid. Like 19,383rd. 83rd.
Resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor, first of all. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake. Is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks. 19,383rd.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain.
Threatening an attorney, that's assault. Oh no.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain.
You actually didn't mean to do that is crazy. That's actually so funny though. Oh my goodness.
She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Well, for the sake of seeing the dialogue, I'm gonna actually like read through everything, but suspected. Oh, tabbed out. Hold on. Suspect attempted to run behind a partition for the side of the. So where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. Funny that the oil drum is on the other side of the partition. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. What right do you have to arrest people again? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her for the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more detail. 30 feet is, like, kind of a bit. Like, sure, you can see it there, but you gotta, like, sprint over to her. Only 20 feet. Oh, only 30 feet. Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch lady car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from... here.
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. I feel like she already realizes her slip up. A light little run for her. She must be fit, apparently.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cough of Queen Lunch Lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. Not sprint, that's 6 seconds of average speed walking for 30 seconds. D&D nerds have tested this to the ends of the earth and back. Damn, okay. Oh, for 30 feet, yeah. Oh yeah, just 6 seconds of average speed walking for 30 seconds. 6 seconds every 30... huh? Whoa. For 30 feet, yeah. Really? 6 seconds of walking for 30 feet. I'm trying to, like, visualize it in my head. I mean, yeah. No, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I forget how small a foot is. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, actually. Average speed is 30 feet around, and around is 6 seconds in D&D? Okay, yeah. Interesting. Huh. Even like a 6 second, like, thing, you know, you gotta climb the fence. Definitely didn't happen immediately. The fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Tested IRL D&C stuff too hard? Oh no. Oh my god. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. So why would she mention the muffler when you're arresting her? Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Wrong. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see.
No, the court does not see, Miss Starr. That's also a very bad thing for a witness to have.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. How would you know? You were on the other side of the fence, right? And if you were close enough to see her try the phone on the wall, she would not have had time to use her cell phone. Also, why would she not just use her cell phone first?
On the wall.
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed.
The emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Updated according to the blah. The word muffler was overheard during a call amid Emma, except that was wrong because nothing was said
You know
to
what
Emma.
that means? Fish.
Fish. You know what that means? Fish. I haven't fished in a while. Maybe I should get some fish in. Fishing.
You know what that means? Fish.
You know what that means? Fish. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. That seems suspicious. Hold it! You got a bike! Bicycle. Bicycle. Moorish Isle, 145 gold, goddamn. Where am I on the leaderboard? 4261. 4261. 461. I'm number 7. Oh my gosh. I can't take that. One more. You got this. The gamba.
You know what that means? Fish.
You know what that means? Fish. Let's see. What we got? What you gonna get? Oh. 1 exclamation mark. Peacock bass. Nice.
No! Only 1 exclamation mark.
Bow.
Bow.
Excuse me, had to mute my microphone. I had a cough. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time,
You climbed over the chain link fence.
then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. She made to escape. Could you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see. Like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras. She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum?
There was an oil drum lying on the side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Sky tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But you didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay, so. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Wrong. 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 Hold on, where is it? Wrong. Do I just use this as the evidence? What they changed the thing. They changed the thing. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, no. I get it. Hold on. I get it. because she was over here, wouldn't have even been able to see that there was a phone over there. Bam! Objection! Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
Huh. I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Oh, she's scary.
Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Ah. I believe you saw what I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed... Oh, excuse me. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Order, order. What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Gah.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question.
Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about the order of events. Because clearly, she saw it. Clearly, that's the only place it could have been seen. The order of events must be wrong. But just in case I'm wrong, here we go. Let me save. The order of events. She lied about the order of events. Miss Sky used that emergency phone before the murder.
I see. I hadn't thought of that.
That took the wind out of her sails. Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder? Huh?
Just when you think he can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright.
You ordered the orange-peeled lunchbox, right? What? Well, frick you! What did I do wrong? One more try. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what... What do you mean the order of events was... Okay, well, frick you. I mean, where she saw it, duh, I guess. I thought I was talking about, like, the location of the phone box, but okay, I guess it means the location of Miss Sky. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean... Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection!
A different location?
Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Objection!
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. I mean... Duh. If she was here, she could see the emergency phone.
That's true. That solves the mystery.
Objection!
That would allow her to see the emergency phone, yes. But if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her before she dialed her cell phone. Oh. You doubt my speed? I can run 150 feet in 9 seconds, you know. Jesus. that really that fast? Oh yeah, I mean, if you can walk 30 feet in 6 seconds, then being able to run 150 in 9, that's, huh? What? Frick you! Okay, hold on. Oh wait, duh. Security room. She was there to meet her boyfriend or whatever. This is the only place where she could have been. But then what about the photo? Huh?
The security guard room?
Indeed. The security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the 2nd floor, so you can see the entire lot.
So... she would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime, and the back of the partition, is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Hee hee.
Order, order. Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? You could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. But raises the question, how was the photo taken if Miss Starr was in the security booth?
Objection!
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? Angle of view to the crime, distance to the crime, difference in lighting. I mean, both A and B, but definitely the angle is probably the biggest, right? Angle of view. Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station in the 2nd floor. And, she would have sort of a 3D view of the crime.
Oh, and this is important. Why?
Did it mean, like, angle as in, like, up and down? I thought it meant, like, angle as in, like, around. Okay, I guess distance, sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Frick you, Judge! Frick you! Yeah. Nah. Distance. Changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. Maybe. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. Between the car and the scene of the crime is just 30 feet is
Objection!
What you saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. True. Factual. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime, where you arrested Miss Sky. Oh, no, what am I gonna press?
Well, witness?
You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunch has gone from loaded into inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh, boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from the glass-walled station. Yes? Curious. Curious, curious, curious. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. She's going all the way around? That does not seem like immediate frickin'... That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in the B block.
That's quite a detour.
And also makes no frickin' sense, man. What the, like... Once again, why would she just not say that from the beginning? It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. That's specific.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I mean... I don't know. Frickin'... Probably? What do we have? 5 minutes. Under to 512. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I made the call at 5:18. Not what I meant to press. Because Edgeworth got there at 5:12, which means that we know the murder happened after that, right? And let's say theoretically the murder happened at 5:14, right? She made the call at 5:18. 5 minutes wouldn't be enough for her to hear what was going on. Objection! 5 minutes between the witness of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close.
I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned. Hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. And you're only telling us that now.
What was that?
This is another one of her trick lunchboxes.
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Oh, a triple-decker. Out of difference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Oh my goodness. Decisive evidence, you say? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Why did you not tell us this from the beginning? That is very important evidence. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. But why was her blood on the shoe? Huh?
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Also, how did you get the shoe? Huh? I have so many questions. Try Lunchland for all of your lunch and decisive evidence needs. What the hell?
Witness, what's the meaning of this?
What is going on with my mouse? What the hell? What the hell?
What's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends, for instance. Boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
That's weird, though, because I swear we've brought in evidence that was not, you know, checked by the police.
Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Why didn't you show it earlier, is the thing. You're hiding something, and we know it. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. Ugh. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
Really study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that his evidence satisfies the rules of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Yeah, well, you're not doing a very good job at that, but we got ads. B.O.B.
Welcome back from ads, everybody. Welcome back. I got myself a snack. Okay. Okay. What is going on with my mouse? What the frick? It's like when I put... The hell? I'm trying to drag my mouse around and it's like bugging out for some reason. What? are you doing that? Hold on. What the hell? I'm like legit confused about what is going on with my mouse. Huh? Hold up. What the frick? What the frick? Ah. Why you bugging? Hold on. Look at this. Look at what happened here. Oh, of course now it stops happening. What the hell? What the hell? Anyways, welcome back from ads, everybody. I got myself some peanut M&Ms because I was like, I am not getting enough oxygen and nutrients to my brain while playing this today. Okay, so victim's shoe added to the court record.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
It is hot today. Oh my god. I might need to turn my fan up. Decisive evidence. Woo. Hold on. I want to check the shoe. Shoe. White enamel shoe. Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye. But why is her blood on it? A. Why is Lana's blood on it? B. How did Angel get the shoe? I am much confusion. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Oh, damn right you should have. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Well, that means quite a lot.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. Isn't that what you're doing right now? When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let us just get this over with.
On doing. And now, the matter of welcome in, fabled frogget, or ribbit. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you in fact did not. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like any ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. So what happened to Lana Skye trying to escape? I'm confused. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you in your lunchbox bag, really. Got a shoe in your lunchbox bag.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. Okay, but why? So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. Imagine ordering a bento box and there's just a bloody knife inside. Oh god. It's like, hey, I got your lunchbox. Hey, don't mind the knife. Don't mind the knife. Don't worry about that. This is ketchup. It's sorry. It's just the knife that I used to cut the tomato. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have a blood stain on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Oh, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow down the Which means we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. Okay, but nobody's answering the question of why is her blood there? Why was she bleeding? We know that the victim was stabbed. Why was the defendant bleeding? Is nobody questioning this? I was afraid he was gonna say that. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Why was she bleeding? I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There is a problem. If I'm not imagining things. I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe?
Well... I mean... What can I even interact with? Or is it just a... Step in blood... Eh? What? What? I'm confused. Huh? I mean, like, what else? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Yeah? Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of this shoe? Oh. A. No blood on the ground. B. Wrong shoe. I think. At least, you know, in the picture it looks like black shoes. Or at least dark shoes. That's a white shoe. Take that! The problem lies in the footprint. Footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? True. Okay, you know what? I was hesitant, but you know what? Bro's spitting facts. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Aha!
As you can see,
There were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. A lot of contradictions, it would seem. Yeah, this lady is not trustworthy at all. At all. That contradiction. Or that contradicts your claim about this shoe. Objection! Ooh. Ooh. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. I don't know about that one. Hold on 1 second. One moment. I gotta check a thing. One sec. Okay, sorry, I had to type out and do a thing. Here we go. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Objection! I don't know about that. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness. Is nobody gonna mention the fact that the shoes are literally not even the right color? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I don't know why it's not there. I'm just gonna find any contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes. The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. But why would she not, like, you know, clean up the blood from her shoe as well?
Why, it's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Oh? Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? That don't make no sense. So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Her sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor, or the verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is was on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Oh? Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait! A witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past.
Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare me. Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this. What?
The photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Oh, to the victim. See... wait, what? I'm confused. So it's the victim's shoe. Why would the victim's shoe... Well, I guess... Well, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet!
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Ugh. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand my own verdicts? Can't I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
Now, I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph.
You stabbed, yeah. There's the shoe. What's going on with the exhaust? Huh? Wait. The exhaust. AKA the muffler. Take that! The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see. And I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
Huh. So what if there was something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to the case.
Well then. Ah, this was a lie.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earliest testimony. Muffler. Ugh. Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. Oh.
Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend? Sus? Like Among Us?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. The law. I cannot speak. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Phew. That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? Oh my god. To be continued. Oh, I really want to keep going though. I really want to keep going. Oh, hold on. I need a yawn break. This trial has been a mess. Oh my god. It's like she keeps bringing up evidence that should have been said way earlier. She keeps changing her story. And like, for why? And also she just keeps making up lies that we know in fact are not or in fact are lies. It's like, why is she still at the witness stand? Why is she still there? She's clearly lying about like almost everything. Like, girl, please. Girl, please. Bruh. Bruh. Oh my goodness. Oh, this case has been one hell of a ride, huh? Oh my god. Jeez Louise. Well, let's keep going. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Hey. Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Your only weapon? A tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. The one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth.
Hola, partner.
What's up, you? Where have you been?
They say you show a red cloth through a bull, it'll fire up his temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
All right, come take a look. Take a look-see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than foreign enemy territory.
That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now don't that just beat all?
Huh? Eat all? What does that mean?
I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck any time, and many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene. She wasn't wearing a scarf. Did she put the scarf in the exhaust? Did she put the muffler in the muffler? I don't know why, but... So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes, you just gotta let that bull go where will. Time will tell.
I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Hoo-wee!
February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Number 9.
I'll have 2 number 9s.
Number 9 large. A number 6 with extra dip. 2 number 7s. 2 number 45s, one with cheese. And a large soda. Bo-do-do-do, bo-do-do. Ba-da-do-do, ba-da-do. Ba-da-do-do, ba-da-do.
I'd like to resume.
What's up? Judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh god.
Is something wrong, Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow. Those grinding teeth. Those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial.
What the hell?
During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh, hello. Who the frick are you? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. What on earth is he? He's just standing there.
Ah, it's you. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm late.
Ungi? Ungi?
Oh, those are Pax. That's just me. Long time no see, eh, Unji? How you been? Swimming much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Unji.
Udgy? I don't know.
My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Udgy? Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
So you're Rido, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy.
Worthy?
Sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly.
Little Worthy?
Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police?
Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
I see. He has quite the color scheme.
Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
Damon Gant. Okay.
So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
The scarf. I'm kind of blocking it, aren't I? Bloop. There we go. I'll lower myself down a little bit. There you go. I'm not blocking the evidence. Hey! That's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. But then how wasn't she wearing it before? Like, did they grab it off of her neck, or did they grab it from the car? Or did she have multiple? I'm confused. The crime occurred. Miss Scott really was wearing that muffler.
Would think that it was stuff inside that exhaust pipe.
I love his sprite. Hold on. Played with his little hair. Ding ding. Why is he low-key adorable?
On Little Worthy's car, no less.
I like his smile. He has such a lemon smile. Oh?
It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you, wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature. It's there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you had that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Ugh. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. And I'd like to ask the defense for a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? I don't see why not.
Would you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't... If I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it! I'm confused.
Oh, we gotta go all the way, okay.
Alright, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Let's go all the way over. Bloop. Oh. What? Don't scare me like that. That is, in fact, a different knife. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. This dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I am terribly sorry, but I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife.
Sure thing. Not a problem, not a problem, I cannot speak. Not a problem, not even a little one, really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. What?
There was a murder at the police department. A detective?
That's hush-hush information. G? I hate that nickname. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. I'm so confused.
Order.
Anyway, we at the department were all afluster, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
How does this relate? I'm confused. They're throwing so many things at us for this case. What the hell? I need to turn my fan up. It is hot in here. Hold on. Bow, 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 now, now. More air. Hopefully it's not picking up too much on the microphone. Okay. Let me scooch back into place.
Let me scooch back into place here. Hold on.
Okay. This knife is special, but I can't say how. They can't say how here. What? Excuse me? Special? Hard to come by this particular. I love just the elongated. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh my goodness! On a wall of dreams. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. How was stream? Hope everybody's doing well. It's your boy Chris Pickaxe, certified Pokemon Master. Welcome in, welcome in. What were you guys up to? What were we up to? Upstream was a lot of fun. We're playing Ace Attorney today. We're on chapter 5 of the first game. Hope you're enjoying the game. Yeah! The current case is confusing me a lot because it keeps throwing new stuff at us. And it's like, what is even going on? But we're making our way through, I suppose. What are you guys up to? I cannot speak, excuse me. What game were you playing? Orange men do make things confusing. So real, not gonna lie. So real, so real. We're playing Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. Ooh. And that was an Ace Attorney? Heck yeah. I've recently started playing through the Ace Attorney Trilogy. And we're almost done with the first game. I'm really excited. We're on the last chapter of the first game. Which one is Dual Destinies? Destinies. Ace Attorney. That one is... Oh, wait. Oh, does that have both Phoenix and Apollo? Ooh. Whoa, hold on. Well, I'm looking into Dual Destinies. Oh, is that... Oh, it's one of the 3D ones. I think. Maybe. Then on Steam, the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Is, Which, like, 1, 2, or 3? Is it like 1, 2, or 3 in the forget what's it called? Apollo trilogy. So I thought each trilogy was like, you know, you got the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy because it's all 3 Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games, but I thought it was like gonna be like, you know, 3 Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, but I'm looking at it as Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Interesting. It's the second game. Okay. Now I'm curious. Hold on. Apollo Justice Trilogy. What are the 3 games in that one? They may just combine into a collection. Yeah, I figured. That makes sense. Let's see, it features remasters of 4th through 6th main games. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Oh. So only one of the games is actually called Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I did not know that. That's cool. I'm fairly new to the series. I've known about Phoenix Wright for like a long time, as probably most people have, or like, at least a lot of people probably have. But I never actually like super got into it until recently. So learning about everything has been super cool. Yeah, I'm excited to get to the next games in the Phoenix Wright trilogy. I know that there's the... I forget exactly what it's called, but there's like the Edgeworth trilogy as well. We've got... Oh, here we go. Ace Attorney Series Complete Package. Oh my goodness. We've got Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, and Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. That's the that's the Edgeworth one, I think. The Edgeworth ones, heck yeah. They seem really cool. Yeah, you can get the whole... the Ace Attorney games are on sale right now, apparently. Ooh. Ooh. You can get the whole bundle for $51 right now. That's cool. Ooh, at least, I don't know if that's counting... I don't know if it has a cut because I have Phoenix Wright Trilogy already, but you should totally buy them, not sponsored. I definitely plan to eventually. I can't lie, I've been spending a little bit too much on Steam sales lately. But definitely in the future. Once I finish Phoenix Wright Trilogy, I definitely plan on playing some of the future games. I think recently, actually, just would it be earlier this week or last week? Last Thursday, we beat the Spider-Man Remastered DLC, which opens up a new slot for us for games. And I think once we finish this chapter, I might take like a brief break from Ace Attorney before playing the second game in the trilogy. But I do plan on playing the second game, not too long after. But yeah, oh yeah, brain is fried from this frickin' investigation case. Don't go into Ace Attorney withdrawal. I won't. Don't worry. Brain is fried from this case. But if you or your raiders have to raid and run, please feel free to do so. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Make sure to grab a snack, drink some water, get some rest if you need to. But if you would like to stay, I'd be happy to have ya. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Let me organize my tabs a little bit. Hold on. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to continue. We'll be in and out. No worries. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Rido, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Oh, she put it in the...
Wait, huh? So the knife was wrapped in the scarf, right? Is that what I'm getting? Is that what they're getting at?
Unless there's evidence to be proven.
Hold on.
Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
Yeah. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things going on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rido.
Maybe there's something about the knife that would give us a clue. Welcome in, Moss. Welcome in. Oh, Moss. Hold on. Let me pull up the picture real quick. Moss, the lunch lady showed us a a bento box of moss. Hold on, I need to find the picture to put on the stream. It's you. Hold on. And then... Look. Mouse. With my mouse surprise. Wow. Hit him with the mouse surprise. Hey, you! Why are you in a box? Why are you in a lunchbox? Oh, anyways. Comfy? Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, right? Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. Oh, wait. I see it already. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting a piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time.
So, how are things down at the department? Now, it was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation.
Oh, was I supposed to present a thing? Oh, wrong button. No, back. Okay, I think I do the evidence tab, but I want to see the dialogue for the rest. I'm in shape to do an investigation. What do you mean? Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, righto boy. Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry.
So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed?
Well, why don't you ask?
No matter, I understand. You were busy. Well, with Lana's case and all.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day?
Tell us.
It's a must-have. A
detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess.
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, isn't it, Udgy?
I am at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rido. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. One thing and one thing only. Oh boy. Hold on. Where was the victim found? We know that already. Well, kind of. How was the victim killed? Knife. When the victim died, we know. Okay, well, no. How the victim was killed? Knife. Duh. I think so, right? When the victim died, we know that. He told us, 5:15. Where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Uh-oh. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Rido? Can't say I've heard of it. That's a lie. We were there literally last chapter. I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this. Then, well, we're talking about the same police department, right? What? There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place, and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I'm confused. So, the knife was found in the muffler, right? Which was in the car muffler, I think? Has that actually been stated yet? But if the car got there at 5:12, how is the knife there? What? I don't get it. This is just my gut feeling. I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, righto? You understand?
Try to understand, righto.
Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. There are some that ties the two murders together, but maybe there's some that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. I had a dream where it was not the correct season. He's so orange. He is so orange. And that knife. What was it doing there? Better check this knife out.
I'm so orange.
So, the evidence that connects the knife and Goodman is this. Because on the knife, it has SL9 2. And we have this little piece of paper. I thought I said 6-7. But no, that's SL9. If you flip it upside down, that's SL9. Here you go. Wait a second. Ah, at last. An honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
Ah, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9 2.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memento that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s? 12 over 2?
Your Honor, it says 6-7. Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? SL9 221.
Aha!
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9.
SL9? That's the same that is written on the knife's tag. However, we do have an ad break. So it is time. We'll be right back.
Welcome back from ads, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for the hydrate, Moss. Funnily enough, I just drank water. Nummy water. Okay. Here we go, here we go.
SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag.
Strange, isn't it?
Order! Order! Well, Chief.
Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rido. PB, I won. I win? What game is this guy playing? It's not his evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Oh? So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. For why? I would think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We were in any shape to... Yeah, we read all that stuff. So he was killed. The crime was 515. Unofficially linked to this case. So... Huh? This knife was evidence in a case. Huh? What do you mean? I'm confused. I'm confused. So... Knife was evidence in a case, stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay. Right. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Uh-huh. Detective was killed at the police department. Uh-huh. Time of the crime, 515. Right. I don't get it. Unofficially links to this. I'm confused. What was it doing there? I bet what? I don't get it. So this knife is part of a different case, right? Okay. So, small tag says that's okay, yeah. Reminds me of a similar code. DL6? Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where. But I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. I should check the court record again. Oh, well, I think that's just hinting about, you know, the frickin' memento. Memo. Was that all that was about? Okay. So... Goodman's ID. I'm a little bit confused. Is this gonna be the same dialogue as before? Yeah, okay. So... Huh? What are we doing here? Knife is evidence in the case. Going from the department's evidence room. And what did this tell us again? Stolen, in the murder. In fact, a murder weapon. Evidence from a case long solved. Stolen on the day of the murder. Found in the exhaust pipe of Edgar's car. Wait, so then, but hold on. So... Let me save real quick. So, not what I meant to do, hold on. That's one, there's the prosecutor's office. Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place and murder at the chances. I read that already. Yeah. So, time of the crime, 5:15. However, Edgeworth only got there at 5:12. This evidence clearly. Oh, is that not? That not. What do you mean not related? Okay, I think I need my guide for this. Hold on. Wait, huh? Wait, what? What? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I swear I pressed him on not officially linked. I thought I pressed him on this already, didn't I? How can you say there's no connection? How? 'Cause I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, righto? You understand?
I don't understand, righto.
Because there's a connection to... But I did. Huh? Yeah. I'm confused. I'm still not sure, huh? I was in a case with a part of yeah, okay. Thought it was killed, yeah. Bestie, welcome in. I'm so confused. I'm lost. I'm so lost. I'm lost to the point that I'm looking at the guide and it says press on the statement I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim. That's not an option. I'm confused. Since when was that a thing that I was able to do? Knife was evidence, press, yeah. The knife was stolen, it was been in the murder. Yeah, we saw this already. So then... Detective was... Detective was, yeah, okay, so press on that. Fun fact, surprising is lost for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? The suspect just arrested him, yeah, That was quick. Still under, Good one, this could show this is the deal, I'll tell you one thing. Didn't I choose where the victim was found, right? Or was the victim found? Can't speak on where the corpse was found. Or the evidence room. Wait a second, I've heard of that. Oh. I just hadn't gotten to the part about the evidence room, I guess. Okay. Evidence room? Didn't you mention that in this testimony just now? This knife is evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So, there's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gann to testify about the details. Uh-huh. Not officially linked. Hold it! Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Rido. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence bag, or evidence tag. And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed at the very same time, or killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
Well, you two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you decided right here. 2 days?
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Okay, we'll announce it. Can we get the information unofficially? He's thinking. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Yay! What? Really? What have we guessed? Not cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Right. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. ID number. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 384-2189. Not the button. Excuse me. Did I say 384? 584-2189. Coincidentally, Goodman's ID.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
8-2. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
ID number of the victim at the police department. This does tell me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
Has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
There you go, Your Honor. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID 5842189. Maybe I already read this before. So, did I press the wrong button? Hold on. I was supposed to...
Present. There we go. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just... I got confused.
And this is news?
What do you mean you got confused?
Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do.
Oh, he got confused because, you know, same guy.
Police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places. 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number on here, or ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Rado. Personal IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And? This means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. I'll start with A2. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right, again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Same number.
But, wait a second, Wright.
What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Rado. Sharp as a tack.
But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
That's impossible.
So what we're saying is,
The same person was killed at the same time? And at a completely different location?
order, order, order. Chief, what does this mean?
No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Oh, his eyes. Or didn't you hear me? Ugh. The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer, Meekins, who brought you the news. Oh no. Wait, I feel like I remember something happening with Officer Meekins. He came in and he was like, hey, Edgeworth, I have something important. Edgeworth was like, don't worry about it. I don't care. I got other things to worry about. Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha!
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report.
Report.
You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth. The victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Gah! Why did your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Okay, well, Emma, that's just unnecessary. That is high-key just unnecessary to say.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted
Then report this morning to the court as evidence.
Poor Meek Meekins, yeah. Poor Meek Meekins.
Then I... He has such a disappointed look to him. No such luck this time, worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law,
Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, what's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
Oh. Smart. Sorry, I bumped my microphone and turned it off.
Ugh. The connection was just proven by Ryder over there. Good job, Ryder, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors?
You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do, you'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court.
That does also mean that the lunch lady's entire testimony is just bull honky, right? At least it's gotta be. Like, what the hell?
I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
It's nice to have somebody on the witness stand that's not freaking trying to beat us. To be continued, though. Well. I was gonna go. Okay. There we go. Back to my normal spot. Save your progress. Yes, please. All righty. That concludes the trial, at least the first day of trial. Next time we're going to be doing some investigation. But for now, I think that's about all we have time for today. Let's find a friend to raid. We've got, ooh, I know who to raid. Please stick around for the raid if you can. We're going to be raiding our friend Universe VT. They're playing. Oh, thank you for the follow, Anna. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. Let's see. I don't have a proper schedule for this coming week, but I think we'll probably have a stream on Thursday, and it'll most likely be maybe Tomodachi Life. Either Tomodachi Life or Pocopia, because I got Pocopia for my birthday last week, so I'm hoping to maybe stream that. I'll see what I'm feeling. We'll see. But for now, I appreciate you all for stopping by, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you next time. Bye-bye.